Okay. Hello, ladies, men, and non-binary friends. Welcome back to the 8th session of the 2nd season of Westerly Academy campaign for Palestine. Thank you for being here. So, normally on this show, we donate to families in Palestine, but in light of the continued violence that ICE has enacted in our country, we will be using the ad revenue and any donations from this video to go to the Mendez family. So that means that any donations that you send in, any ad revenue accrued on this video is going to their GoFundMe. This is what Ransely Mendez said about her father. My father is a hardworking and caring immigrant who came to the United States to provide a better life for his family. He has always been a law-abiding and dedicated and to supporting his children, working tirelessly to ensure their well-being and future. Recently, he was arrested by ICE and placed in a detention center where he is facing extremely difficult conditions, including sleeping on the floor and lack of humane treatment. The sudden and traumatic event has left our family in a state of distress, both emotionally and financially, and as they struggle to navigate the complex legal system and maintain stability at home. So all the funds coming in today will be going to their campaign, and that will be going to their legal fees required to secure his release from the detention center as soon as possible. So if any of you can send $1, maybe $5, I have them linked in the description. Forgo a coffee this week. It will do wonders for this family. They have a goal of $20,000. They're at $18,000 now, so they just need a little bit more to reach that goal. But even if you can't donate, just by simply being here and by watching the ads for longer than 15 seconds, you are helping this family. So make sure to share this video with any of your friends who love D&D and Palestinian liberation and anti-ICE and Black Lives Matter, all of the things. This is a mini campaign. We will be having multiple sessions, so make sure to subscribe so you don't miss anything. And make sure that you come back every episode because we are going to be giving money to a different family that one of our players or I have sponsored. So thank you for being here. Now, my players, are we ready to play some D&D?
Let's go!
We're back! Woo! Okay, so quick recap of our previous session because it has been a while. Lexus, we started the session. You had a dream of Invidia, of how she was torturing your father whenever he stepped out of line, carving the rules of his pact with her into his chest. You woke up, you guys stopped into a local town to refuel. In that time, Gongor was taken into custody, mistaken for his father Ogar, who you found out has a warrant for his arrest on multiple charges. And this is the secret that Gongor has been keeping from you guys. The team goes to Galandri's family's house to regroup and study the case. Galandri and Lexus had a bit of a heart-to-heart / romantic moment that was cut short by Lexus.
Generational fumble.
And yeah, I mean we'll see how that turns out this episode. As the trial looms as the trial looms that holds their friend's life in the balance, will Lexus be able to rise to the challenge, or will her lack of experience put someone she holds dear in jeopardy? So as we...
No pressure.
No pressure.
Yeah. We'll just break them out anyways if he gets imprisoned.
As we wake up, there's a tense feeling throughout the house. You're all, it's definitely quieter than it normally is. Galandri's family makes a very nice breakfast for you guys, but there's a heaviness in the air. As you guys start, is there anything that we're doing at the breakfast table, or are we just kind of staying focused? How is everyone feeling? I guess I'll start with Lexus. What is Lexus doing on this morning?
Lexus is looking into the case notes, and she is not making eye contact with anyone. In particular, she is not making eye contact with Galandri. She feels real bad about that, but like she doesn't want to. She doesn't want to adjust those feelings, and she certainly does not want these two to find out anything has happened. So I think I'm just looking again, like reviewing the case notes and the charges and everything to try and like make sure I have everything that I need.
Yeah, you look through the case, and it's one of those things where like almost like you're studying for a test and you're rereading your like review notes, and you already know what's on the page, but just for the sake of like quieting the voices in your head, you're just reading them over and over and over and over again, because you're like, well, it's better than sitting alone with my thoughts and like really dealing with maybe the weight of what I have to do here. So you are busying yourself, you're making sure that it's all internalized, that you're remembering all of the details, you're going over the past case, and you are just kind of in your own little world. Fadian, how is Fadian doing on this morning where her beloved is going on trial?
So I'm right next to Lexus, going through the notes as well. I'm also writing. The way I learn things is by writing things down. So like copying and writing it in my own hand. So I'm like doing that with all of the notes, but then I'm making copies of my own notes. So it's just a stack high of just notes and notes and notes and notes and notes with crumbs in between, because Fadian is also stress eating a lot of toast. So there's like loads of notes with like little crumbs of Marmite toast between them.
Oh no. A pile of toast.
And it's Marmite, so like Fadian's the only one that's enjoying it at the moment.
Oh gosh. Yeah, so you are kind of panic eating, and I think also just like again trying to internalize anything, basically having Lexus's back just in case anything slips through the cracks in the pressure and stress of it all. But yeah, I mean you're a nervous wreck at this point.
Yeah, I'm trying to be helpful, but I'm not really. I'm just ending up making like a tower of notes of just the same thing.
Right, exactly. Amazing. Just over and over again. He's innocent. He's innocent. Oh fuck. Oh god. He's innocent.
No. It's literally just repeating the same points over and over again of just like the same thing. So like, Lexus just finds all the notes and it's like, why have you written the opening address at least 80 times?
Yeah. It's in like really tiny writing because you're trying to fit it all on the page. Amazing.
Yeah, because there's limited paper, and I just turn and I'm like, where did all the paper go? Do we need
All
more
right.
paper?
Akasha, how are you feeling? Because I mean, I wouldn't say you're detached from this, but how are they feeling?
I said earlier, like last session, that Akasha is planning something in the background just in case, just in case we have to like break someone out, take over the town. It's like her dad's specialty. So I think she's like watching over her friends very delicately. She's using Mage Hand to make sure that any papers that fall on the ground are lift right back up to where they are. And while she's doing that, she is calculating in her head how she's gonna kill people. Like she's she's like thinking about like how much wood she's gonna need to impale people. Like she's thinking, like she's like, okay, like, do I use the crystal spikes, or do I use the wood ones, or do I use the gold ones, or do
So
I
Akasha has no faith in Lexus, is what I'm
I
hearing.
I know exactly what you mean, Selene. If I may, and
I love you so much.
Selene, you can correct me, but
it's
I
more
feel
so
like
that, like she is doing plan 2 while you guys are doing plan 1.
yeah, no, exactly. That was
plan B.
That was the exact vibe I got, where it's like Lexus's plan A, right? Lexus's plan A, like work within the system, use the tools you have, all of these things, right? Fadian is kind of like, filling in the blanks and acting as backup for Lexus. Akasha is the angel wrapping their arms around their friends and being like, I'm here for you. I love you. It's going to be okay. And also the devil that is like, I might just have to kill people. And I love that. I think that's very Akasha.
She also has like a little...
That's basically all of us to a T.
She also has like a notebook off to the side where she's like figuring out like what bones she can use for what jewelry if she's going to be taking souvenirs.
I love you, Akasha. I love you so much.
So with that, we exit a very tense breakfast, and we all make our way over to the courtroom, and everybody's coming along with you. Galandry,
And we're dressed to the nines.
Galandry left
Dressed to the 9, getting their 10s.
Yeah.
Galandry left and like basically it was a fake ID of sorts for Lexus to show that she can practice law, so it's like a little like fake lawyer license.
That's love right there.
PSA from a real lawyer. Don't do this in real life. This is
Yes,
so unethical. It's not legal.
Yeah. No,
this is fantasy.
This is a fantasy world. Do not do this. This is just fun, play pretend, silly, goofy, my cousin Vinny type of time.
Because reality is so much more serious. Another news count in face.
The two youths. Yes, so
Youths,
exactly.
Your Honor, youths.
So Galandry
The defense is wrong.
The defense is wrong. Gives you the paperwork that you need, so you can get in here and be unchallenged, right? So as you head in, you are given your own area counsel, and you see the prosecution, the attorney for the prosecution, sort of this human guy, big mustache, like really like square square-shouldered robes to kind of like make him look a little bit more statuesque than perhaps he might be.
It's Poirot's evil twin.
Very much that. And he sees you kind of settle in over on the other side, and he, walks up to you, arms swinging, and he extends a hand and he says, "Barnaby Dontredell, at your service."
Did you watch My Cousin Vinny to prep for this?
I watched My Cousin Vinny. I also watched Knives Out last night because the accent was really tripping me up.
I love Knives Out. Knives Out's my favorite.
I like reach out and I shake his hand and I say, "Lexus Perplexus, Esquire."
Oh my, quite a name there. I mean, we've got quite the case ahead of us, don't we?
Yeah, I'd sure love to take a look at your file.
And I'm here too!
He is actually legally obligated to hand over any inculpatory or exculpatory evidence that he has.
You see, with the snap of his fingers, box after box after box after box sits right next to you. And he provides you with the files. You have a little bit of time to go through them if you want. I will say, as you're sort of parsing through, it's a lot of excess paperwork. Actually, you know what? Yeah. Make a roll for me. You can either do investigation or history. Whichever you'd prefer.
Okay, which one of those does I have better? Okay, I have better investigation.
Go for it.
16 plus 7, 23.
Yeah, so you go through. You find that a lot of the stuff in here is very similar to the research that you've done. Because the trial initially was so public, a lot of the evidence and a lot of the case was made available to the public after everything happened. So this is a very high profile case. You even see, like, as you turn around over your shoulder, there's a lot of people here. You have like the Waterdeep Gazette, and you have like all of these like major publications that are very interested in what's going to happen with this case. You see Barnaby Dontredell, and he's got this kind of like smug look on his face. He leaves you to the papers, heads back to his table, and even more people sort of start to file in. And the rest of you guys are sat right behind Lexus, if you would like. Yes, Fadian.
Sorry, question for the DM. Is this like American court where it's very public, very open, like you can have cameras in there and everything? Or is it like UK court where it's much more private?
I will say this is going to be American court because it's so
Okay.
high profile. So you see people with like different orbs, like little recording devices,
Well, even
and like
high-profile cases, they're like very quiet.
yeah, like different like scrying eyes and things like hanging around of just like documenting what is happening with this case.
Yeah, this is all new to Fadian because she's never seen a court so public before, and it's like, are they allowed in here? Why? What?
Amazing.
What's going on? Why is everything so public?
Right of public access to proceedings goes back to common law. So
What about
yeah,
the
they come in here.
right to privacy until sentencing?
That's the British thing.
The jury is sequestered. They're the ones making the decisions.
One of the members of the jury is a bingo.
Exactly. He can't see or hear. So on account of the bid.
Oh my
You don't have to worry about him developing an opinion.
At this point you see the judge walk in. And everyone says,
okay.
you know, all arise for the Honorable Judge Amalith Thrindowiel. And Galandri goes, oh, no. Behind you.
What's no? What's no?
Bestie.
Amalith is a very old-fashioned judge with very archaic ideas. You see and you look upon this
She's
elf,
racist?
this high elf, and you just see Galandri go, what do you think? And she looks at, you guys look at this elf,
mythic bitch.
500-year-old high elf, long beard, long white hair, very, very old. Easily the oldest person in the room. And then the bailiff says, the court of Grey Isle Heights is now in session. And then you have one of the women, and yes.
I wanted to see if Akasha can do like some like insight on like just like yeah, she just kind of wants to psych out what's going on. She's been told now about
Yeah.
this
So
mythic
do you want to do insight
this
on
ancient sack of bones? So, you know, she just wants to pull an insight to see if she can like grab anything.
Yeah, so do you want to do
I
an
just wanted to
insight
ask if I
on
can do
the
that.
judge? Do you want to do an insight on the jury? Do you want to do an insight on the like the public behind you, or all three?
I feel like since we've already been told about the judge, we don't really need to about her unless, you know, other things. I think the others, I think like maybe the jury and the public.
Okay, sure. Yep, if you'd like to make a couple insight rolls, and I'll allow anyone here if you guys want to make an insight roll, or if you want to double
can
up.
You want me to do one on each?
Oh, sorry.
You want me to do one on each?
Yeah, so one for the jury, one for the public.
Okay.
Because I was wondering if I could do insight for the prosecutor.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, if you want to
Well,
do
I'll
an
let
insight
Selene go first with
on
that.
Barnaby Dontradell.
Sorry, that's such a good lawyer name.
I just hear Jean-Claude shall declare.
Barnaby Dontradell.
Okay, so I got oh sorry. I got a hold on, wait, I have to recount my brain. Okay. 10. I got 14 for the public and 21 on the jury.
Perfect. Okay, so the public, I think the public is just interested in and curious, and I would say there's a lot of different types of like publications available here in terms of like journalists. So I think there's some people that are maybe like sat in their chair like arms crossed, like they've already made the decision on whether or not Gongor is guilty, and then there are other people that are more interested and kind of like leaning in. So there's like more variety there. For the jury, I would say you look at the jury and they're all very kind of stoic. Like they're taking their job very seriously and they think that this is very important.
Okay. Can I do one on the judge just
Sure.
to see if intimidation would work on her?
I mean, I've got a +10 to intimidation, so maybe.
Don't engage in ex parte communication.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, would intimidation work on this 500-year-old high elf? Let's see.
I'm gonna roll to do insight on the Barnaby.
I rolled a
Barnaby,
9,
Ah.
so yeah.
A 9? I think
rolled-
this judge's face is just so wrinkled. You can't really sense
Just so old.
out an expression. Yeah, just so old.
Akasha's like
It's
looking
just
at
all
her.
folds like a Sharpay.
Yeah, very.
Akasha's looking at her and is like, "Oh God, this bitch is so ancient and ugly. I can't read her."
Yeah, T.
But you know, she has no problem killing an old elf. So
Cool,
it's
perfect.
not that big a deal.
So
with sorry, do you want to continue?
No. What
Sorry,
number did you
I
get
feel
for
like I'm
Barnaby?
interrupting too much. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
I got a 9, but +8 is a 17 on insight on Mr.
17
Barnaby.
insight on Barnaby. Yeah, he looks like a slime ball. He looks like a slime ball. He looks like a scumbag. He looks delighted to be here.
Wow.
I lean over to Alexis and I'm like, this guy wants to leave in 5 seconds with a guilty verdict. Do not let him.
Why? When was I gonna let
Yeah.
him? This guy is his skull is full of hot air. I mean, he probably 90% of his caseload is like traffic tickets and carriaging while under the influence. And it's like,
Well,
once you do
if
the
his-
breathalyzer spell, like that's an easy verdict.
Well, if his brain is full of hot air, pop it.
I intend to do so. Listen, Fadian, I am getting your man off scot-free.
I thought that was my job.
Whoa!
Hey now, I'm not in a place to hear this right now.
I'm sorry.
Oh my
It doesn't
gosh.
matter.
Amazing. So as things start to settle down, Gongor is brought in, and you see, actually, if anyone wants to do a perception check.
I got you. I can do a perception check real good.
Excuse me, what was that voice?
It's accent, love. I can do it anytime.
Sounds really good.
Region!
Yeah.
No, oh my god, these dice hate me. Okay.
12 plus 5. Oh, that's another 17.
I got a 7, so don't even count mine.
Yeah, he looks kind of gross from sitting in the cell all night. Fadian, you see a bit of black and blue over one of his eyes.
I immediately lean to Lexus. They punched him. They kicked him in prison. We need to get a charge of deliberate vagrancy from the prison guards on this case, because how dare they do that to Gongo right now?
Yeah, Lexus, I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna give Gonger like a little clap, and then I'm gonna like press the digitation away some of the dirt that's on him, so he looks a little more presentable. I am gonna leave the black eye, and I'm gonna say to the guard, I'm gonna say, so you guys just beat people who haven't actually been convicted of a crime. That's what we're doing. You know, that's highly illegal.
Give me an intimidation check, and I'll allow you to do this with advantage.
Okay.
I was gonna say, if you didn't have it with advantage, I would have done help for that.
Ooh, okay, yeah. First roll's not good.
We're not rolling great today, guys.
Yeah, second roll's also not good. I only got yeah, let me make sure.
Get him
it's
out
not,
now.
it's
Get him
not
out now.
thing. 5 plus 7, that's like a 12.
The guard just sort of
Can
tips.
Akasha help?
The guard just,
Can I try?
Can Akasha help? Can Akasha help, please?
I'll say, because you guys are like behind where like the public is, you probably wouldn't be able to be allowed to approach the guards. So this is something Lexus has to do herself.
Yeah, it's
I
fine.
can't-
It's
we
fine,
can't
guys.
afford Gongor at
It's
all?
because intimidation doesn't have my bonuses, so I don't. So if I roll low, I just roll low on that.
Yeah. No worries.
Sorry.
You see the guard just kind of tips his chin up and says, "Don't know what you mean."
Oh shit.
Oh,
What happened?
what happened?
What happened? What happened? Do I have to fill in for the British person? I can
What
do it.
happened? Sorry, gang. Looks like Naomi's camera may have popped out, so we we look crazy right now. Hold on.
Mercury retrograde.
Mercury in retrograde
Red.
here. Let's just do a quick little blackout moment. So, oh, you can just listen to our lovely little voices.
Oh, laptops at least.
The laptop shut off?
Oh, okay.
There we
Are
go.
we
What happened to your laptop?
We're good. We're back. All right,
What happened
hold
to your
on.
laptop? Why did it shut off? The slow grab.
There we go. Perfect. Okay, well, all right, we're good.
Is your headset okay?
So-
I can't.
Went funky on my end. I'm sorry.
No worries. You're fine. You're good. We're just
Blame
hanging
the
out.
crown. Blame the crown. Blame this all on King. What's his face? Charles. Blame it on him.
What's his face? Charles.
I love you, Selene.
I don't know his name.
It's so funny. King, what's his face? Charles. Amazing.
I think it's Charles. I don't. Is it Henry? I don't know.
Yeah, they all start to blur together after a while. Amazing. So,
They're all white men.
yeah, you see that the guard kind of tips his chin up and says, "Don't know what you mean."
Okay.
we can see this interaction. Me and Fadian can see this interaction.
I'll say you guys are in the front row. You hear all of this.
Oh, okay.
We'll see what comes out in the public in the tort claims lawsuit after.
Okay, I can't
put my
actually hear. I'm
plan.
gonna need to leave and come back, unfortunately.
Word.
Can you hear us
Scully,
now?
can you hear us?
I think no.
I don't.
Ooh.
Not you dancing.
I'm just trying to keep the people entertained.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's tech difficulties, gang.
I
Yeah.
know.
We
Usually
know
they
it.
just happen while we're like on waiting for it to come in.
Yeah. We know it. We love it. We hate it.
Mhm.
Tech difficulties. Also for our purposes, I'll say that like the arraignment and like the opening statement are going to happen on the same day because I feel like there really isn't going to be much purpose in having them on separate days.
Yeah.
Can you hear us, Naomi?
Yeah, I'm back now.
All
Okay. Oh my God.
right, here we go.
I'm so sorry. I thought I plugged in my laptop for charging, but I didn't
no.
actually turn it on, so it just drained.
It happened.
Okay, that's
No.
good.
Okay,
That's good that
we're
it's like
good, we're
attributable
good.
to something instead of just your laptop randomly shut off.
Yeah,
That
crazy.
frightened me for a second.
Okay, fierce. All right, awesome. So at this point, so Gongor steps next to you. And you are addressed, Lexus. They say, "Counselor, your client is charged with arson, grand larceny, conspiracy, escaping from custody, and murder. How does he plea?"
And then just too many complications.
Okay.
My client pleads not guilty.
Great. Yes, Akasha.
Would it be illegal to use magic in the courtroom?
Very much so. So, okay, so this is actually a good point to introduce this. So,
Okay.
in terms of the laws within the world, highly illegal, not allowed. However, I, as the DM, will allow you to be very messy because I love the drama. But one, there will be consequences if things get fucked up, and two, even if you do use your magic, you will have to use you will have to roll deception in order to hide it to avoid said consequences.
Okay.
So again, you as the players, I will allow you to do whatever you feel your character would want to do, but again, there are in-game consequences to this.
I wanted to
Makes
cast
sense.
protection from evil and good on Gongor.
That I will allow. That's very
You got-
sweet. So you yeah, go ahead.
I think that's a instant. It's just a concentration, so it's like basically like as long as the other party's willing, I
Yeah.
can cast it on him.
Yeah, you
Okay. Do you need me to roll any?
No, you
anything?
cast protection from evil and good, and there's a warm glow that kind of emanates from Gongor. You don't do you try to hide and hide this, or is this like a
It's I like to think that Akasha is talented enough that like the flick of like an eyelash, she can cast a spell.
love?
So that's kind of what she does.
Love. There is a warm glow that emanates from Gongor that people are able to recognize. Oh, this is protection from evil and good. They kind of like clock like, oh, somebody's looking out for him. But they don't quite know where this comes from. But it's a nice feeling.
No one will suspect the vampire goth in the background.
No one suspects the vampire in the background.
Amazing. Yes, but it's just a lovely little thing of just like, I'm here for you. I see you and I'm looking out for you. Wonderful. So you see Barnaby Dontradell makes a point to come around and say hello to the jury, and he says, "Good morning, jurors. We come to you with a very difficult case today, but I am so glad that it is being placed in your very capable hands. The evidence will show that that man over there, Ogar the Defiler, is guilty of the crimes of arson, grand larceny, conspiracy, escape from custody, and the murders of Millicent Gingerpaw and Nora Carnace and Adelina Thistleberry, 3 young women who were taken from us far too soon. Finally, the realm is going to prove that Ogar the Defiler is a dangerous criminal that must be locked up for the public's own safety. Safety of your families, the safety of your children. And we're going to ask you to return a verdict for these crimes based on said evidence. And I want to personally thank you for your service to the realm. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much." And then he goes behind.
Oh
Before
no, he's Republican.
I give my statement,
Yes.
I know we discussed for like the conspiracy and the murder, I would have to do some rolls to kind of figure out what
Yeah.
was wrong with that. Can I do those now to see if I can include them in my opening statement, or do you want, or
Ooh.
will this come up naturally?
Yes. Okay, so I will allow you to make a roll for them now. It will be a higher roll now if you're going to include it.
Okay. What am I what stat?
So, I'll give you 2 choices. So, if you want to do investigation, it will be a lower roll required of you. If you want to do persuasion to persuade the jury of this, that is going to be much higher, especially because, you're very good at persuasion.
I might take my chances and do investigation.
Okay.
It's the same bonus for both of them, so. Okay. 15 plus 7, 22.
Okay. So 20 was the DC for conspiracy. So you find that the reason why Ogar was charged with conspiracy and we're going to go deep into this for our other players and for our audience for each specific charge. But the conspiracy he was charged with was the attempt to dismantle the council of the Hogera Empire and the Dulcenti Kingdom, who were known for their anti-orc sentiment at the time. And what they charged him with, the reason why they charged him was that they found a missive that was written between conspirators, and the prosecution claimed that it was written by Ogar. Now, Gongor was able to look at the missives, and you were able to tell that that was not Ogar's handwriting.
Okay. All right. Well, I have to amend my statement a little bit. That was slightly, and I still don't know anything about the murders.
Still don't know anything about the murders. Yeah, not high enough to find out about the murders.
Can't
Okay.
give everything away.
We're racist.
Well, Lexus gets up. She goes. She addresses the judge. May it please the court. She addresses the jury. Honorable mortals of the jury. This is a case about justice, but not the justice that the prosecution wants you to think it is. Not the child's idea of justice, where all that is wrong with the world is an evil man who can be locked in a box and forgotten about forever. This is about true justice. Hard justice. Because those responsible for the evil at the center of this case are the people who you have been told to trust. The evil in this case is the loss of life and liberty for a good man. A man who looks after his family. A man who looks after his community. A man who it suddenly became convenient for those you have been told to trust to lock away because they don't think he can find his voice. You will hear how my client, Ogar, has been accused of arson, and how conveniently the prosecution wrongfully excluded the testimony of a witness who I myself have met and know, while eccentric, is sane. You will hear how my client has been accused of stealing a coffin even the strongest beings of this realm could not lift. You will hear how my client has been charged with conspiracy when a simple handwriting analysis will reveal that he could not have written the document at the center of his accusations. After hearing this testimony, you will have a choice. Will you deliver justice and use your important role to check the power of those who are supposed to keep us safe? Or will you believe their lies and sentence an innocent man to languish in the dungeons for the veneer of justice?
Wow.
That's crazy.
Amazing. The jury will remember that. So cool. Okay.
Yes.
So
Atticus Finch, who?
so the way that
Atticus Finch? Oh,
the way that this is going to go is, and this is where it gets hot and heavy and scary.
oh.
You
Uh-oh.
will need to, Lexus, have persuasion rolls to convince the jury of your points. So the first charge, arson, Ogar was charged with burning down a village's food store in the Prairie Lands. In the previous case, and Lexus touched on this, they brought in Namby-Pamby, who was the gnome that helped you guys portal into the Underdark, and who when it was one of Gongor's friends and knew him and knew his father. They brought in Namby-Pamby to vouch for Ogar, saying that they were together at a gnomish autumnal festival. And the prosecution basically said that this man was insane, that his brain was far too rattled for him to give an honest testimony. They ruled him insane many years ago. And if you would like to, you can bring him in. The next charge is grand larceny of stealing a jewel-encrusted coffin of a late vampiric count. The Thieves Guild.
Selene hears a vampire and suddenly like, I'm intrigued.
Yeah, stealing a jewel-encrusted coffin of a
What
late
count? What are
vampiric
you
count.
talking about?
But as
What are we
Lexus
talking about?
said, this is too large for even one person to be able to carry. For one, even someone as
I'm a
impressive
vampire
in stature as
expert.
Ogar. Yeah. What did you say?
Put me on the stand. I'm a vampire.
Put
You have
me
a
on the
vampire right here.
stand,
Put
please.
Pasha on the stand. We can talk about it. Like, she probably knows the count. She probably knows that's probably like her uncle or something. Like
The
That's
next,
true.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
my
Give me
third
a.
cousin's ex.
What would be like a family check? Give me
Ex-brother-in-law's
like a history check.
yes, I can totally give you a history check.
Yeah.
Bardic inspiration.
Woo!
Pasha a wink.
Yeah.
Also, if this roll fails,
I roll
Selene, you get to
twice?
keep that dice.
Roll twice.
No,
Oh,
Bardic.
you add the D. I have a D8, I think, right now for Bart. Let me double check. I think I do.
D8 is the square, right?
the diamond.
It's like the.
Yeah.
That's D6. It's this one?
It's like the. Yeah, it's the diamond.
Yeah, that's the prison. That's D8.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so I have 10, 11, 22.
22. So you let's say back in time, back in history, you're helping Lexus with the case. And you hear about this jewel-encrusted coffin of a late vampiric count. And you're like, what the fuck is this? So you're going through and you're looking at these old case files, and you see that this is Count Thrandar, a vampire that died probably like 500 to 700 years ago. Very wealthy. Your father has told stories of him. And
They were in an entanglement. That's what Dad told me.
yeah. And you
Played Scrabble all night.
yeah, you this was one of your father's dear friends. So you never met him, but this is someone who was perhaps a mentor to your father. And you were told many stories of his vast wealth and all of these things. What is there any other information that you are looking to glean from this? Because the 22 is a pretty good roll.
Like what I believe from this?
Would you believe that Ogar could lift that entire coffin on his own? No, you
Absolutely
don't
the fuck not.
Yeah, no.
Kasha's like a lot of like vampire, and this is my own little headcanons about vampires. A lot of their coffins are very highly guarded and also like very much enchanted, and someone of that high rank and that much money would have had a very enchanted, very high security coffin, and also he's dead.
Yeah.
He doesn't need it anymore.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like, I just love
She
that.
would be
All
like,
these
"This is
sort of.
weird."
Oh, and he's dead.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I think she's definitely gonna hear that, and she's gonna be like, actually, I need to call my dad real quick.
Yeah.
Let me go
Okay,
call my
fierce.
dad.
Yeah.
So
Need to call my daddy.
yeah.
Need to call
Need to call
daddy.
Papa. Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect. So wonderful. Okay, and then conspiracy. So this is the conspiracy charge. So we already covered attempt to dismantle the Council of the Hogara Empire and the Dulcenti Kingdom, known for their anti-orc sentiment, via a missive written between conspirators that the prosecution claimed was written by Ogar, but it was not in his handwriting. And the murder of Millicent Gingerpaw, Enora Carnace, and Adelina Thistleberry. This was also one of the added charges because a witness saw an orc fleeing the scene, someone that matched Ogar's description. So, as we get into this...
Is this witness in the room with us?
Yes, so any we'll say that any witnesses that Lexus wants to call will be in the room. So, Lexus, is there anyone that you specifically would like to call? Or... and I'll let you know the process of this. You're going to be making persuasion rolls to convince the jury. The arson roll is the lowest of the 4. Next is grand larceny. Next is conspiracy, and obviously the most difficult roll to convince the jury is the murder charge. So as those continue to climb up, just keep note of that if any of you are looking to help or do things to help.
Okay.
Yes. So are there any witnesses that you would like to bring or any things that you would like to say at this point?
Does the prosecution have witnesses that they're going to bring, and I'll have the opportunity to cross-examine them?
Yes. So I'll say that he brings up namby-pamby and spends a lot of time asking namby-pamby about his like psychological diagnoses and asking him questions related to his mental state, and doesn't spend a lot of time actually talking about that day at the Gnomish Autumnal Festival where he and Ogar were supposedly together.
Okay.
Object it! Object it!
I can't object unless I know specifically what he was asked and if it's argumentative or something. Okay, well, so I'll go up and cross-examine Namby-Pamby
Okay.
on that. Okay. Good afternoon, Mr. Pamby. How are you doing today?
Well, hello there, Lexus. How are you?
Good. Oh, so I see you remember me. Do you mind telling the jury what you remember me from?
Oh yes. So this group of whippersnappers was going to the Underdark to explore. I believe they were on some sort of a top secret mission, but struggling. Something about getting a bullet or something or other.
Well, Namby-Pamby, that's quite good memory considering that happened, a couple months ago at this point, at least, or a couple of weeks at least, let's say. So as your trade, you send people to other areas, right? What other portals do you have in your hut, other than the Underdark?
Well, I have a lovely portal to Waterdeep. I've got a wonderful portal to Neverwinter, the Underdark, the Prairie Lands, the Mountain Plains. We've got some various runes and ancient sites. Westerly Academy. There's one to the Westerly Academy grounds, or rather, just outside. And so I do believe that is it.
Yeah, and this is pretty dangerous magic, right? Like, if you don't transport somebody correctly in a portal, they could end up losing their physical form. A lot of nasty side quests, and yet people trust you to send them to the places that they need to go.
Oh yes, quite. I'm not nearly as busy as I used to be. People aren't sort of breaking down the doors anymore. But it is very delicate magic, one might say, yes.
Yeah, and so I just find it interesting that the prosecution wants us to believe that you're not competent to stand trial when you are competent to send people thousands of miles, potentially to different dimensions, all around Faerun without any issues.
Well, I do say that is an interesting point of view, Lexus. I would tend to agree.
Well, Mr. Pamby, if you don't mind my asking, I think we're going to go back to an earlier event. Can you tell me what happened at the time my client Ogar was accused of arson? You were at a Gnomish Autumnal Festival, right?
Yes, the Gnomish Autumnal Festival is held once every 15 years. A big event. One might think it's held every year because autumnal, but no, they go all out every 15 years. So I enlisted the help of my dear friend Ogar because he is more vertically gifted, one might say, than my gnomish brethren. So there are certain tents and structures that I needed his help setting up. So we started early in the morning, and we set up various tents. I'm not quite sure I remember which ones. But then we had a lovely day walking around. He spent it at my side, and we had some delicious foods and such, and drinks and such. And we ended the night watching some wonderful gnomish fireworks. And but I do believe that was the entire day.
Do you remember what you and Ogre had? I know this was quite some time ago, but what kind of food was served at the festival? What kind of drinks?
It was something alcoholic, and perhaps it may be aiding in the loss of my memory, but something of the alcoholic persuasion, some sort of ale or mead of some kind. I know Ogar certainly likes to partake. He's a very enjoyer of the finer things, and Well, there's always some sort of fried food at many gnomish festivals. I imagine that was there as well. Beyond that, I'm not sure I can remember.
Oh, I mean, this was over a decade ago. Was there music by any chance?
Of course, every gnomish festival worth going to has plenty of music. String instruments, various flutes, different kinds of drums. Yes, very vibrant music. And singers as well, if I believe. Yes.
Can you remember any of the artists who performed at this
Oh, there was
festival?
one young up-and-coming artist. What was her name? Something to do with clouds or sky. Sky Star, Star Sky, something or other.
Would I be able to do a check to see if I know who he's talking about?
If you want to do I'll say if you want to do performance, if you want to do history, yeah, performance or history.
All right. My performance is slightly better, so
Go for it.
15.
You think he might be talking about Skaya? She's like a
Okay.
young gnomish artist, like a Zara Larson type.
I was thinking.
As if it was the past, doing it a gnomish festival. Okay.
Never-ending autumnal fest.
Would I know enough about her to know like if she got her career start like playing in these sorts of
On a
festivals?
15, you wouldn't know.
Okay.
I think you'd need to be a little higher to figure out if like she would be in the area 10 years ago or that would be pretty specific.
Okay. Well, so let me get this straight. You remember exactly why you went to this Gnomish Autumnal Fest with with Ogar. You remember what he did there, you remember the exact layout of your day. You remember, now, and you also regularly send people thousands of miles away using incredibly delicate US-centric, right? You're a touch eccentric. I've been referred to that too. It's okay. Because you're a little eccentric.
Sorry, hold on, you're freezing a little bit.
People think you can't to send people thousands of miles away.
Yeah. Affirming you. And
he goes, yes, I do take pride in my eccentricities. But I suppose there are times where it can be used against me. And I do appreciate that, Lexus. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Pamby. If I ever need to go to the Underdark again, I will certainly be relying on your services. And the defense is done with this witness.
I'm done with this guy.
Yeah, I'm done with this guy. I'm done with this guy.
Kara walking back over
That's
to
how
the
you
bench?
just.
Kara, are you walking over back? Are you? Oh my God, Kara! I meant Lexus. Lexus, are you walking back over to the bench?
I'm walking. Yeah, I guess I would walk back over to sit down with my client. I'm planning on calling you as a witness in like vampiric affairs, like an expert.
She's gonna. Akasha's gonna like.
Yeah.
I know the vampire that got his coffin stole. He's a old friend of my dad's, and he's long dead. He's been dead for a long time. Not just
I can call you
persuasion
as a witness.
Okay, but I'm letting you know. There's no way he could have stolen that.
Oh, don't worry. I have plans. I have plans to demonstrate to the jury.
Oh my God.
I also tap on Lex's shoulders, like, is there anything else I can do to help? I've got all these notes, and I think some of them have been mixed in with toast. I've accidentally brought toast to court.
I'm trying to get a beat on this murder. thing. So if you can look through that while I'm dealing with this other stuff, that would be awesome.
Sure. Can I do any kind of like history?
Also, Lexus gives you a bardic inspiration.
Thank you. Can I do any like history or investigation check for the murder victims?
Yeah, so if you want to do so you can do either history check. Another one I will allow is insight.
I have a higher insight.
Yeah.
my history is +0.
Okay, perfect. So so roll an insight, we'll say, on like the murder case.
Yeah, and that's a +8 with the bardic.
Perfect.
Yeah. Well, plus a D8. So roll
whatever
a D8,
you roll on that. Yeah.
Yeah. Come on, good numbers. Okay, that one got cocked, so okay. So that's a 9 and a 7 together, so that's 16, and then +8. Numbers, mathematics.
16 plus 8. Fuck. I think that's 20. Is that 24?
24, yeah.
Fadian. Fadian, you and it could just be perhaps like sleep deprivation, or maybe like the adrenaline that you're feeling right now, or something or other, where
maybe it's the toast I ate.
Maybe it's the toast, maybe it's the Marmite, who knows? Something is happening where it's like you're getting like a brain blast, like the pieces are like kind of like just coming together.
Jimmy Neutron style.
Very Jimmy Neutron brain blast, where you see so much of this case has been about these young women who were tragically murdered, and very little examination of the witness's testimony, the witness that claimed to see an orc fleeing from the scene that matched Ogar's description, about his history. So you look into the witness, Greg Longstrom, and see that he actually has a history of being charged with violence against orcs.
Ooh. I'm making notes.
And he was in town in the night of the murders. Ogar was in town in the night of the murders. This guy Greg was also confirmed there as well. But yeah, you see that Greg perhaps has a certain feeling about orcs that is heavily documented through his own record.
Mm-hmm.
I just put Greg. Was it Greg or Greg?
Greg Longstrom.
Okay, so Greg is in like the pastry Gregs. Gotcha.
Yes.
I do love
the human Greg.
Just not this one.
Yeah. Amazing.
A bigot bitch. Gotcha. I like, as soon as like I'm looking through all of the notes, I like, as you describe Scully, I get this like wave of like the pieces are connecting together.
They're all coming together.
Like Mind Palace sort of thing. And I just immediately go on her shoulder. Just like tapping away, just like
trying to get Lexus's attention.
Yeah.
Okay. Lexus, like, what's up?
Greg Lundstrom, the guy that they had the witness, he's a bigot. He's like KKK of orcs. Like, he has a history of violence against them.
Can I see the convictions? She's been tried for this?
I managed to find these in here. Thankfully I made thousands of notes of the same thing, so I wrote it like at least 5 different times. Oh, okay, mind that. That's a little bit of Marmite on there. Sorry.
Oh, all good. Alexis reads through that.
Yeah, but everything that Fadian says, you see that he's charged with assault and battery on multiple occasions. His victims are always orcs.
Good to know.
If he comes anywhere near Gongor to like want to fight him, please know that I have Eldritch Blast at the ready.
It won't come to that.
Good.
But
it better not.
If he does, I'm sure.
Actually, you know what would be an interesting idea? Have the two close together, like bring Gongor to the witness so that the whole jury would be able to see the disgust he has. If he claims that he doesn't and was just an innocent bystander, he shouldn't feel disgust, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna check if that's okay with Gongor first.
Yeah, that's wild.
But I see your
true.
thinking.
Keep him.
I see.
Impeach? Is he the president?
I think to attack their credit, to attack a witness's credibility, you impeach them by saying this person isn't trustworthy.
So
and whatnot.
I'm not American here.
No, you're good. It's really
that wasn't obvious. That wasn't already obvious.
But it's like if someone's like, "Oh, the witness, you weren't wearing your glasses, so you couldn't see them." That's like that's questioning that goes towards their credibility, I guess, and is trying to point that out to the jury.
Yes, do that.
All
I'll be supporting you right here from this chair.
So as we move on to, actually, you know what? I will. Oh.
Uh-oh.
No, I won't do that. No.
Okay, good.
Sorry, I got a really evil feeling and I decided against it. So we're gonna roll for the arson charge. So this is a persuasion roll. And you need to roll to convince the jury. So each successful roll that you have further convinces the jury of Gongor's innocence.
Mm-hmm. Did that cross-examination give me advantage by any chance?
I am considering all of the moves that you have made. I'm considering your opening statement, how that was quite compelling. I'm also considering the evidence you've put forward. It is being considered as we speak.
Okay. Oh, it's only a 17.
17 in total?
Persuasion. 17 total.
Okay. So that is going to be enough because it was not enough on the initial roll, but I am adding in your opening statement and I'm also adding in the evidence that you put forward to add up to that final amount.
Okay. I was like, no, that was the easiest.
Yeah.
And I failed.
that was the easiest. And again, that alone, the roll alone would have led you to fail that. But because you did the work and you had your fellow players also contribute, that one is fine. So as you're giving this testimony, you're talking to namby-pamby and he is so polite. And the jury is very charmed by him. Like there's this sweet old man who was with Ogar during this gnomish festival, and they're talking about eating fried foods and how Ogar helped him set up all of this stuff for this festival because none of the gnomes were tall enough to set it up themselves. So adorable, so sweet. So you're seeing like some of their faces change, and that you have made an impression. Next up is the grand larceny charge. If you would like to, I don't know where Selene went, but there we go.
I'm lighting incense. I'm lighting incense. Give me a second.
No, you're fine. You're totally fine.
For the viewers, my cat did a boom boom in the caca box.
Boom,
okay,
boom.
I need to make sure the stupid dog gets me.
You two, please don't demonetize us for that.
Does the prosecution have any witnesses for the charge of larceny?
No witnesses. They're going specifically off of like Ogar's build and how he fits the description for someone who would be able to carry this out.
Okay. Do we have the casket in evidence?
Do an investigation check for me.
That's a 19. So I'm going to add 7. 19 plus 7, 26.
With that, I'm going to give you another piece of evidence.
Okay.
So you are tearing through this, and with Akasha's newfound help regarding the history of this artifact and the like where it actually came from, you find an article about a thieves guild that has been found guilty of stealing a jewel-encrusted coffin of a late vampiric count.
Okay. Well, okay. Do I have an object that weighs similar? Like, how much does it weigh?
Let's say, like, a ton.
Okay. Can I have some cards bring in something that weighs 1 ton to the courtroom?
You know what? Fuck it. Why not? Sure.
Okay. Don't worry. I have a great foundation. So if
it's all kangaroo court anyway.
If
Look,
the prosecution is not
right
going
there.
to call any witnesses, I would like to call up the vampire Akasha as an expert witness in vampire customs and burial.
You see Barnaby stands up and he goes, "Objection, we have not been notified of this witness."
Fuck, what do they say of my cousin Vinny? This is an expert witness used on the defenses for rebuttal of the assertions made by the prosecution. So it's technically allowed.
Give me a persuasion
I quickly
check.
wave through
Give
the
me a
Monopoly
persuasion
box
check.
and just go, do we need to use this?
20, dirty.
Perfect. All right, yeah, you say the judge tells Barnaby to sit down and allows Akasha to take the stand.
Akasha gets up from her seat, and she's dressed just to the nine. She's like
a queen.
Got the full fit on. She takes her time walking just for the anticipation of it all.
Lives for the drama.
She gives a look to Barnaby, she gives a look to the jury, and she gives a look to the judge. Each looks a little bit different, but each looks tells them what they need to know.
Okay, period. I love it.
Can the witness state their name for the court and the jury, please?
My name is Akasha Arania Tepish, daughter of Law Drill Dragulia Tepish.
And what are your qualifications in being an expert in vampire burials and customs?
I am a Dhampir, raised by the most infamous vampire, Count Dracula.
Your Honor, I would like for this witness to be admitted as an expert in vampiric burials and customs.
The judge allows. And you may start your line of questioning.
So, Akasha, did you know the vampire at issue whose coffin was stolen in this case?
Yes, I did. He had a long entanglement with my father.
Okay. And can you just explain maybe some, when a vampire dies and they're buried, what kind of, security is in place for that to protect them?
So it's very uncommon for a vampire to die. Normally, when they pass, they go to sleep for a very, very long time. And it's a decision that they make unless they are hunted down and dispatched of. That being said, the type of count we are talking about is someone who potentially even outranks my father in how old he was and how incredibly loaded he was. This man was of many jewels. The average vampire would have some sort of enchantment on their burial, on their resting ground, as it is not just a place that we sleep, but a place that we rejuvenate our abilities. It is our nest. So there is some sort of magical incantation that is placed on the coffin, so you can't just crack it open. You have to do something with it. Unless you are a very, 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 very young and very dumb and very, very experienced vampire. Which he was not.
And out of curiosity, how much would a jewel-encrusted ceremonial coffin of a vampire, such as the vampire at issue in this case, weigh?
Weigh?
2,000 pounds.
A lot. I mean, from the stories my father's told of this man, he spared no expense. So we're taking in, you know, the incantations, what type of ghouls, high-ranking, very powerful ghouls he would have around his chamber, making sure that he is safe and tucked away. The jewels themselves could have even different incantations on them that keep them safeguarded and make them weigh even more, just based on like what could be casted on them. Just lifting something of that importance by somebody that old, it would be impossible unless you were given permission.
Yeah, so roughly a ton. As the jury can observe, I have an object right here that weighs a ton, and I would like to call up my client Ogar, to lift this object.
Gongor comes over. I think he probably looks to the judge first to make sure that he's allowed to do so. But then he stands up. And he cannot lift it. He's exerting, he's pulling, he's breathing heavily. He can't pick it up.
And you know what? Maybe some of you believe my client might be minimizing his own strength, so I would like to call up some help. Can Wireless Pearl please come to the front of the courtroom?
He goes, oh, darling, I thought you'd never ask. And he prances to the front. His long, elegant, sailor strides. And he, bends down and he's trying to lift
I have to ask, Wireless, just so the jury can understand, how much can you bench, usually?
He gets a little sheepish.
You have to tell the truth.
He's like,
the truth and nothing but the truth.
150.
Okay. So let's see if these two perfectly athletic, maybe one is slightly more than the other,
Hold on.
Can lift this 1-ton coffin.
They both try to lift it and they can't.
Turning back to my expert witness, Akasha. So, you know, if in theory, even with help, my client could not lift this coffin, and even if he could, he would then also have to drag it through various enchantments and traps to escape with his life. Am I correct?
Yes, but also the coffin would have an enchantment on it.
Yeah. So maybe my client, you know, on his own couldn't lift this, but maybe this would be a job suited for a group of, you know, highly trained and experienced criminal thieves, perhaps in a professional thieves guild?
Yes. It would have to be a group. I don't think one person could lift something like that.
Akasha, would you mind reading this newspaper article from a neighboring jurisdiction? It made pretty big news there, it seems.
Oh, okay. Just out of character, do you want to like send me something to read off of, or do you just want me to like paraphrase?
You could just paraphrase. I
can just paraphrase.
Yeah.
I don't know if you like. I didn't know if you guys had something like set up to like send me or not.
I just found out about this like the same time we all found out about this.
Yeah, I'm keeping you on the edge of your seats. Make sure you can't pull any shenanigans.
Okay, so Akasha looks it over, and she paraphrases. Well, she reads it, but I'm going to paraphrase. It says that a well-known, infamous group of thieves, known for, like stealing things, stealing and thieving,
known for thieving.
Thieves known for thieving.
I thought they were known for pottery.
Akasha looks down the barrel of the camera like, thieving.
He's known for thieving and scheming.
Were found in the possession of a jewel-encrusted coffin of a late vampiric lord.
And just out of curiosity, Akasha, do those jewels seem like the same jewels that belong to the late vampiric lord whose casket my client is accused from stealing from?
That is exactly his coffin. I've seen it before.
I'm done with this witness. The defense.
I keep feeling like when you say you're done with this witness, you just slap them off the witness stand.
I'm done with this guy.
I'm done with this witness. And it spirals.
Amazing. Okay, Fierce. All right. You turn to the jury, and they're all kind of like looking between each other at this point. And you are free to make your persuasion roll for grand larceny.
Oh crap, I dropped the dice.
I missed my opportunity. I full on missed the opportunity to go, the defense is wrong.
The defense is wrong.
Fuck,
Does the defense's case hold water?
I was cocked. Crap, I can't like land it in this. That's only a 17.
17. Okay. Damn
it, I keep rolling low where it counts.
I will say you are because Akasha was very compelling.
Yeah, did the prosecutor cross-examine Akasha?
I think he is kind of like sitting on it because he realizes how smart Akasha is.
Oh, he's also scared of Akasha because who is it?
The Death Glare. Unfortunately, even with the bonus that Akasha's testimony would add, you are just 1 point shy of convincing the jury of the grand larceny charge.
Oh, God damn it. Okay, well, we're all dying.
Gotta be kidding
Everyone's gonna die. Everyone's gonna die.
Roll initiative, everybody!
Everyone's gonna die. Get the goals. Like
I will say, for this, because obviously this does not work in real life, but to ask you to get 4 out of 4 would be that would be very mean. So you really only need to convince the jury of 3 out of 4 for Gongor to be seen as innocent, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, that's your 1, and these 2 are also harder. Now, you have more information for conspiracy and for murder because of Fadian's research and because of your own roles that you've done previously for conspiracy. But they are still harder rolls than the ones you have previously rolled. So I'm just keeping that in mind. So again,
I know, and I keep rolling like shit.
And
like,
it's we're good, but I'm just letting you all know that. You are all still totally welcome to contribute in your own way, but you will be subjected to certain consequences if you fail those deception rolls. But I just want to leave that option available to you if you are interested in partaking. So next up is the conspiracy charge.
Okay.
So that was the attempt to dismantle the council of the Hogera Empire and the Dulcenti Kingdom. With the missive written between the conspirators that the prosecution claimed was written by him, that you realize was not actually Ogar's handwriting.
Yeah.
I will allow you to bring in like a handwriting specialist if that forensic path so does exist, to look at this if you want to bring in like another witness.
Yeah, I'll do that, and then I'll also just have samples of. Do we have Ogar's? Do we have like a handwriting sample of Ogar, or will we just use Gongar's sample to write the exact same words?
I'll say for this, you have samples of like Ogar's handwriting from like Westerly that you can verify of like his
He
signature.
leaves these little notes in our lunches.
Yeah, like yeah, he literally wrote you guys notes in your little lunches.
Yes, he did.
So you can you can include
we
that.
We have those. Do I also have an expert in the law of this council?
Do you have an expert what?
I want to be able to bring in the fact that the council has anti-orc sentiment.
You have Glandry.
Oh, the witness, you mean? Oh no, the judge.
No, the people who are going to be overthrown, because I want to make it be like the only reason why this guy got charged with this is because he's an orc. CIL,
not council SEL.
Yes.
Got it. Okay, fierce. I thought you were talking about someone in the courtroom. No. Yeah. So
no.
You can absolutely bring that up. You can bring up their history. They have various like discriminatory laws against orcs that have since been repealed, but during the time of this happening did exist.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna first get the handwriting expert to compare the samples of handwriting.
Okay. You see a young like half elf woman with very very large glasses and purple silken robes come in, and she's got like a little book in her hand, and she kind of spots you and waves, and she is, if you invite her to, she is brought to the witness stand.
Okay. Now if you do you mind stating your name for the jury and the court?
Yes, my name is Tezel. I am a half-elf forensic scientist, and I work in many cases regarding handwriting, and I am brought here as an expert witness on said topic.
Thank you. Your Honor, permission to have this witness admitted as an expert in forensic analysis of handwriting.
Permission granted.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. So, just looking at these two samples of handwriting, were they written by the same person?
So on first glance, you can tell almost immediately that these were written by two different people, because one you see has lots of loops and such, and Ogar's handwriting does not have that. He has very rigid, very, very angular handwriting.
Mm-hmm. So this is like a pretty big difference, right? Would you say you've analyzed thousands of these handwriting samples? Do you think even like a non-expert would be able to tell that these were written by different people?
I think it would be very easy to tell on first glance, though I'm not, perhaps different people have different ideas of what certain handwritings can look like, but just me as an expert, I can speak on what I know, that these are two different people.
Okay, Your Honor, permission to pass these samples for the jury to view. Thank you, Your Honor. And then I give them to the jury, and I let them take time to look at this.
They look back and forth, and they're like kind of like scrunching their faces and they're looking back and they're kind of like maybe talking to each other a little bit and leaning over and passing along.
Now, some of you may be wondering, because I'm not an expert in handwriting, but even I can tell that those two pieces of handwriting look nothing alike. Why this would result in a charge for my client Ogar? Well, fortunately, some of you, we have now moved past this era, but during the time that this document was supposedly written when these conspirators met, the council was very discriminatory towards orcs. They were not allowed to move freely. Many places would not hire them. They were not entitled to the same level of public accommodations as other people, and they were treated as second-class citizens merely because of who they were born as. So I think when the jurisdiction was charging these, they looked to who a convenient enemy would be of the council, because obviously the supporters of the council would be out for blood. And so they looked to an orc. And it didn't matter that this was very clearly not someone involved in the conspiracy. But my client had the unfortunate situation of being born an orc in a community which had decided that was a crime before he was even born. Today, are we really going to sentence him to prison for the crime of being born an orc? Or have we all moved past that? Okay.
Clocked.
Lexus is I'm rattled. I'm really not rolling well.
No, it's okay. It's great. So is there anything else you would like to say? Do you want to check in with the jury or do any other rolls?
I don't know. Is there anything else I would know, like on this charge?
No, that's all you know.
Okay. I guess no then.
Okay. All right, time to make that persuasion roll.
You got this, bestie.
I don't have it. I rolled a 4, so it's a 17.
Oh. Well, first comes to shove, we just kill everybody.
You've got it. Like, I'm so mad because I am like putting in the work for this, and then the dice, it's just like
I'll give
like,
you
no.
I'll give you advantage. I'll give you a tasty little advantage.
A very lovely DM.
18 plus 7. So that is a 25.
That does clear. That clears.
Jesus Christ, thank you.
We love a lovely DM like Scully is. Everyone give love to Scully in the comments, please.
Listen, I'm never gonna give gimmies to my players, but you are putting in the work, so I'm like, I gotta give you this one. You're really
didn't
carrying.
even ask for it.
All right.
I was gonna take that L, and then I'm like, well, like this is Lexus's days of darkness, I guess.
Oh my god. Okay. So next up is the murder charge. Murder charges, I should say, because there were 3 women who were murdered.
I thought there was just 2.
Nope. Millicent Gingerpaw, Enora Carnace, Adelina Thistleberry.
I thought the full name was Millicent Gingerpot.
No, yeah. Millicent Gingerpaw, Enora Carnace, Adelina Thistleberry. Those are 3
I
people.
didn't hear Enora.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so the witness, Greg Longstrom, history of anti-orc sentiment. He was in town, Ogar was in town the night of the murders. And I will say there is one more piece of information that you can glean if you roll a high enough investigation.
Okay.
Do you want me to do this as well, or
what's up?
Do you want to help me?
Oh yeah,
my investigation.
You guys want to help?
My investigation is +7.
Yeah, if you guys would like to help and add the help action, especially Fadian, since you have been doing the research on Greg Longstrom, you are more than welcome to
help.
Make that roll with advantage.
I'm helping you. Can I roll a history real quick?
Sure. Yeah.
Because I feel like Akasha would know about murderers for some reason. He just would know about that.
For some reason.
So the first roll is a 19.
Okay.
Second roll is a 2. So 19 plus 7, 26.
Got it. Yes. So, the murder weapon was never found first. That's something you could easily find in the evidence. But the examination that was done by the cleric who saw over the bodies of the 3 young women was missing key factors that would have been needed to link Ogar to this crime scene. So, like, any, like, I don't know what the magical equivalent of, like, DNA would be or whatever, but, like signs that would show that, like, they were missing key pieces to tie Ogar to the scene. And essentially what you gather from this is that the vast majority of this, what was, like, hinging on his conviction was this eyewitness testimony from this person with known anti-orc sentiment.
Okay. So, is the prosecution going to call any witnesses?
They bring in Greg Longstrom.
Okay.
And Barnaby goes in depth, having Greg recount the night. And Fadian, I would like for you to make a either perception check or a history check.
I did a history
Let me
check.
see what
Oh,
is
right, Akasha,
higher,
can
my
you give me your history
perception.
check while we're waiting on
I did
Fadian?
it's a 23.
23 history check.
Yeah,
Perfect.
go for that.
Just on the murders in general, like if she recognizes how they were killed.
Yeah.
I also want to add, I just realized as I was scrolling through, I've got Dark One's Own Luck, which when I make an ability check or saving throw, you can use this feature to add a d10 to your roll.
Okay, fierce.
Oh, that's actually really
So
cool.
I'm going to do this with the perception roll, and it says you can do this after seeing the roll, but before the effects occur.
Okay.
So I'm going to try it with the perception check.
Okay.
And see if my patron gives me luck. Des,
Yes!
Our boy!
Des, please! The great Cheetos of gods above and demons below!
You
I'll
smell
give you
cheese
extra-
dust as you call out to him.
I need... that was not a good roll. That was not a good roll. I need D10. Because I rolled an 8, so I need to find my D8 somewhere. Where is it? D10. This one. Here we go. Using the Dark One's Own Luck. That's a 9. So 9 plus 8 plus 5.
Pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
22.
That's 17, and then plus 5, 22.
So
So yeah, that's the Dark One's Own Luck used, and I can only use that
Yeah, it
after
saved you.
once per short rest.
you are, as you're listening to Greg Longstrom's testimony, so this is Barnaby is like essentially interviewing him, like the same way that Lexus was with Namby-Pamby, of like walking through that night of like what he saw and how he heard screams, he ran to see the screams, he looked and he saw an orc, and he says, matching Ogar's description, fleeing the scene. That is the part that has stayed the same. But what you see and what you hear is that his original testimony that he gave years ago of what happened before and after, and the testimony that he's giving now are not the same. There are inconsistencies in the way that he has discussed this story, and he has presumably changed some parts of it when he has come in here today.
Just immediately begin like tapping away on Lex's shoulder, like
Yeah, like Lexus turns around. Like, we're like basically passing notes at the council table, I think.
it's like la, 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 la. It's like what? It's like he's lying. He's a total fibber.
What?
He's like look at his original testimony here and what he said. They're inconsistent. He's lying.
What are some of the inconsistencies? Oh, I'll bring them up.
So one of
Well,
them.
for first of all,
Okay, go ahead. No, you riff. You go.
well, first of all, he said that he was walking around the town on his own in the first original testimony. Now, years later, he has spoken about this testimony again. This time, he says he was out on the town with some girls.
Interesting.
I mean, really think about it. Liars can never
stay on specific details because they're making up a story. So that story is going to be constantly changing because it's not consistent. That the lie is not real, therefore they can't fixate on certain specifics.
Okay. Can I take the papers for his testimony? I'm gonna go to Gongor first. I'm gonna be like, Gongor. This guy is very bigoted. I want to show the jury that he's bigoted. And if it's okay with you, I would like to bring you up so you can get close to him. However, if you're uncomfortable with that, I can still figure this out. It's all up to you.
Gongor leans in and he goes, Lexus, my life is on the line here. We can try pretty much anything.
Okay. No pressure, right?
yeah. No pressure at all. Just,
no pressure.
going up against someone who maybe hates me. I mean, not the first time. Not my first time.
Great. Okay. Alexis goes up to Greg.
So before you go up to Greg, so as Barnaby is like still talking through, and asks him about where he's been, where he's going, does Lexus make an objection?
No, it's not objectable. That's
okay. I don't know anything about the courts. Cool, never mind.
I'm letting him show his ass. If he says something that's like a leading question or is argumentative or is like asked and answered, then I would object.
Oh, okay, fair. So then never mind.
Like
so
I won't even you're safe. I
just wanted you to have your objection moment, and I don't know enough about how the court works, so I apologize. All right.
No, I'm gonna let him show his entire ass.
Okay, perfect. Go ahead, Akasha.
What did Akasha learn from the history check?
Oh shit. Okay, so the history check. So what was it again? What was the number?
It was 23.
23. That's pretty good. Let's say that would you say that Akasha has like a long history of like studying different like serial killers and things?
She knows the dark world, and she knows it like the back of her hand because her father makes her away. So anything, I mean, a lot of vampires are considered serial killers, so she would know her fair share of serial.
Okay. You would know of a pacted cult that ritualistically kills 3 women every 10 years.
Oh. Okay, so I lean over to Lexus. These murders match the description of murder that place every years. They kill 3 women every 10 years. And these match exactly how they kill them.
Okay. I will call you up again as an expert.
I also immediately tap on Lexus's shoulder, and they're like, what if Greg is part of this cult?
Do we have any evidence to prove that he's part of this cult and not just some random like idiot?
Roll investigation.
All right, wait. I'll roll investigation. Do you want to give me help?
Help! Yes.
I can't give help.
First roll's a 6 plus 7, so that's a 13. Damn, I rolled 2 6s. Oh, well, so yeah, only a 13 investigation.
13, you would not have enough evidence here. I would say that the vast majority of the things you've been looking at have been pertaining to specifically like Ogar and his whereabouts and any corresponding evidence that had been found from previously like looking over the cases. This I think would be a little further off that maybe you wouldn't have clocked that.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I can't find anything exactly, but I also noticed another bit of inconsistency with the testimony. The first one he said originally, he said that when he saw Ogar, he was striding away very calmly, nothing on him. He looked very regular, so to speak. this one, he mentioned how Ogre was covered in blood. Something like covered in blood would be we need to be consistent if it's a true memory.
Yeah. I'll use this. Okay. So, Lexus approaches the witness.
Okay.
So, Greg, you witnessed something pretty traumatizing, it seems, right?
Yes.
The aftermath of
I would say that I did.
The aftermath of a horrific murder. That's something that's got to stick with you.
Those 3 girls taken too soon.
Yeah. Now, Greg, you came in here before, right? You came in and you testified as to what you saw when this happened originally.
I did my public service.
Yeah. And you know, as is customary here, you swore to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Is that true?
Sure did.
Okay, Greg. No, I'm gonna show you the transcript of your testimony from 10 years ago, and or however long it was. I don't know. And here's I found some things interesting. So today you said you were out on the town, a couple of girls around, right?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Do you want to read? Yeah. Do you want to read back your testimony that you gave 10 years ago?
He takes the paper from you, looks over it, you see his eyes go wide, and he clams up.
Greg,
I just give the little wave of hi.
I don't want to ask the honorable judge here to hold you in contempt. Please read that aloud for the court. If you're not able to do it, I'm happy to. But
contempt of court.
You see
contempt
the
of
judge
court.
kind of like furrows her brow from what you can see and is like leaning over trying to read the paper. And he turns away and he goes, I said I was alone.
Yeah. You know, another detail that I've noticed is you today you said you saw my client running away covered in blood, right?
I did.
A grisly sight. Something that would stick with you all these years later. Can you turn back to the testimony you gave 10 years ago and read to the jury what you said then?
I said he was walking away calmly, but it was a long time ago. It was a terrible, terrible night.
Right, but now is a longer time ago, right? So would you say that your recollection of things were probably more clear 10 years ago after you saw it happen than now?
He looks to Barnaby, almost like trying to figure out what he should say.
That's not your lawyer. That's the state's lawyer. You're all alone up here, Greg. He can't tell you what to say.
He said, I think my memory is just fine.
All the transcripts beg to differ. You know, you have some pretty big discrepancies, and a man's liberty is at stake here. So you could say your memory is fine, but I think we'll let the jury decide, you know, what these discrepancies. Some of them conveniently seem like embellishments. You know, it's a better story the second go around. I'll say, you know, you're not out in the town alone. You've got some girls around you. Something that I think is probably not something that happened a lot. And then, you know, you see this orc come out covered in blood. It's a better story. We'll let the jury decide what's the more accurate version, but you know, there's also something, and I know I'm sorry, this is just kind of an embarrassing technicality, but I am permitted to bring it up. You have a couple of convictions yourself, right?
And I did my time, and I did my service to my community for it.
Yeah, we all make mistakes. However, I think it's important for the jury to know when they're considering your character. So, this first incident, assault and battery. Do you want to, you know, I'll give you the opportunity to tell in your own words what happened here. I'm sure this was just some kind of misunderstanding.
There was a dangerous man, and I took care of him.
Okay. And what did this man look like? By any chance? Do you remember?
He was big and tall.
He was an orc, right?
stays silent.
You have to answer.
Yeah, he was.
All right, second count, assault and battery. Do you want to tell the jury what happened here? Maybe you get a little too rowdy, someone cheats at cards, something like that.
I'd had a few drinks, and some guy pissed me off.
Honest. And this guy, what do you look like?
He was big and tall.
Synonyms, damn it!
Big and tall, like the same way the other guy was? In a way that's distinctly orcish?
Yeah.
And, you have one more assault and battery. I really do hope you've gotten that temper in check, Greg. It's caused you a lot of strife. You wanna explain what happened here?
I fought another guy who was big and tall.
Was he big and tall because he was an orc?
Yeah.
Greg, do you have a problem with orcs?
No, I don't have a problem. I guess
you feel you're in a tavern and night is drinking, some big tall orc walks in. How does that make you feel?
I feel fine. It's not about them being an orc. It's about them pissing me off.
Well, coincidentally, it seems like you reserve the violence for people who piss you off only if they're orcs. A rap sheet like yours, you'd expect some variety. Orcs aren't really that common around here. Yeah, so you think orcs are uniquely dangerous? Because they're big and tall?
I didn't say that.
If you heard that there were 3 young women who were killed in your community, who would you suspect? What's the first thing that comes to mind when you think of a murderer? Someone violent, someone dangerous, someone who could hurt you and your family.
Someone big and tall.
You think of a gnome?
No.
There's some elves that are big and tall. There's some people that are big and tall.
Could be them. I don't know.
I don't know, Greg. I think you probably didn't get a good look at this guy who was running away. And I think your mind, your small mind, jumped to fill in the gaps between someone who made you feel small, someone who made you feel scared, and you decided it was maybe a big and tall orc. Do you have anything to say to that?
He looks over at Gongor and he looks back to you. He goes, I got nothing to say to you.
Okay, well,
I make gestures to be
is
like
the man who
the
you
expression.
saw in the courtroom today.
What did you say? Sorry.
Is the man who you witnessed that night in the courtroom today.
That man right there.
It was kind of dark outside, so I'm going to let you get the privilege of a closer look. Gongar, can you come up here for a second? Ogar, can you come up here for a second? Sorry, I was in the middle of sneezing.
We all call him Gongor. That's like a nickname that's somehow longer. Yeah, he comes up.
I turn back to Greg. This is the guy who you saw?
Yeah, that's the guy.
Yeah. He feels scared, doesn't he? He's much taller than you, Greg. What are you, like 5'7"?
Greg is
5'5".
Greg is shaking right now. Like, not with fear, but with, like, rage. I think he's just, like, really pissed off.
Yeah. I bet it really makes you violent, right? To see someone that big and tall standing in front of you, just existing. Right? How are you going to prove to these people that you're a man, Greg?
Objection! And then I think the judge says, sustain, like, objection, how does one prove one's a man, and blah, 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 or something like that, or whatever, like, I don't know. He's got a problem with what you're saying.
Alright, rescinded. Anything else you'd like to say, Greg? Anything you'd like to say to this fine man standing right in front of you?
Uh-oh. Are we gonna have a Legally Blonde moment?
I think we are gonna have a Legally Blonde moment, and I think, I think Greg leans over and tries to punch Gongor.
Whoa! You looks like you want to get 4 convictions. You do have a problem with orcs, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I've always had a problem with them.
So you didn't even really see an orc. You probably didn't see anything. You just wanted some innocent orc to go to prison.
What do you
really know about the murders,
as they should, as they all should.
All right.
Oh my god.
I'm done with this guy.
I'm done with this guy.
I'm done with this guy.
Yeah, guys. Yes, audiences. Greg is a racist piece of shit, if that wasn't clear for those struggling with media literacy. Greg is a bad guy. Greg is not a good guy.
He's racist. He's Leland Coyle from Outlast
He's
Trial.
the worst.
And I trust this man will be held in contempt.
I rolled a 1.
Please, yes, please.
On like what? Like wisdom?
I rolled a 1 on like composure. I was like, is Greg gonna be fucking crazy or is he gonna be composed? And I rolled a fucking 1, so I gotta honor that shit. Okay, make your murder roll, and I'll allow you to make this with advantage.
I have more witnesses.
Oh, you have more witnesses. Okay, go ahead, bring him in.
I'd like to call up the cleric who performed the autopsy.
You see a small, dwarvish cleric kind of shuffle in. Hello.
Do I just see Barnaby just go, oh no?
He's just leaning over like this. Yes, hello.
It's just many handkerchiefs sweating on his brow.
So, you performed the autopsy of the 3 young women who were killed, right?
Yes, I did.
There's all kinds of magic you can do to figure out, trace back to a murderer who killed somebody, right?
Yes, there are many ways.
Can you explain some of them? Just list some of them off.
There are certainly magical signatures for certain magical beings. Things like hair, spit, blood, any sort of skin, perhaps. Maybe something left behind, a personal item or token. Obviously witnesses, but in my line of work, it's mostly the bodily fluids and such.
Yeah. And did you perform any of these tests on any of the 3 women? To trace back to who their killer was?
It was a hurried investigation. And the magical signature was the only one that I was able to perform before the bodies were taken.
Did that reveal any potential suspects in this?
We did not find any magical signature and no way to trace. The only thing we knew was that the killer would likely not have been using magic.
Okay. And so what you're saying is the only thing that is implicating my client in this murder is the word of Greg. Greg's word.
Yes, it would appear so.
I'm done with this guy.
I'm done with this guy!
I'm done with this guy!
I would like to call back up Akasha to the stand as an expert in serial killers and cults.
Akasha does her thing. She walks up, same way. She gives a look to the defense, to the jury, and to the judge. And then she sits right
Please
back
tell
down.
me Barnaby's just kind of sinking lower and lower in his chair, just being like, no.
The scary drow
not
is up on the stand again.
Oh no.
So, how about you tell me about this cult and what they do every 10 years, which is coincidentally when this murder happened.
Every 10 years, this cult kills 3 women ritualistically.
Much in the way that these 3 women were killed on this particular night?
Exactly how these women were killed.
Interesting. I'm done with this guy.
I'm done with this guy.
I'm done with this guy.
Amazing. Any other witnesses?
That's all I got.
Okay. Make the murder persuasion roll with advantage.
Hell yeah.
Crap.
We got this. We don't got this. Everyone's dying. Okay.
First roll, only a 7.
We got this.
18.
So 18. We're adding in Greg's crash out. We're adding in Akasha's testimony.
And the cleric's testimony.
So what was it?
And the inconsistencies. It was an 18.
18.
And the inconsistencies of Greg's testimony.
By 1 point, you have just made it over the threshold of what it would take to clear Gondor of murder charges.
Oh my god!
I added 5 points for each testimony. You needed a 32. You guys got a 33. So you see the jury go back to deliberate. And in this time, is there anything that you guys want to say to each other?
Lexus
I just lean over to
gonna, like,
Lexus.
hug both of them. I feel like.
Yeah, I just
Thank
hug
you.
everybody, and I'm like, you two are the smartest people I know. Thank you for being the brain I don't have.
Vadia, we wouldn't have been able to beat the murder charge and the conspiracy charge without your research.
I just read.
It's crazy. Ugh. Well, we'll see. I think that went about as well as it could have gone.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't care that you're like whispering like very close. Technically not a real lawyer just yet, but you said well, right? But I would have you like I would hire you with whatever case will come, whatever way, even if I didn't know you, win or lose, because that was just fantastic.
Well, we'll see what the jury has to say about it. Hopefully, we won't have to burn everything to the ground.
So
I have a feeling, Akasha, you seem to want to burn things to the ground, do you?
I do, in fact, want to kill the racist.
So
yeah, I'll allow that on a cold, dark night.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
So you look around with all of your friends sort of seated, and you see that Wylas isn't there anymore.
Did he get
Maybe
too
he got
embarrassed?
embarrassed.
Yeah.
He can only lift 150.
150's not the worst.
As you see the jurors come back in, and if anyone wants to do insight on how the jurors are feeling.
Yeah, I'll That is a nat 1. Okay, I'm not doing.
Okay,
also
12
do
plus
insight.
8, so that's a dirty 20.
Okay.
Oh, good bit.
I added 14. On
13?
insight.
Alexis, I think you're just still,
20.
like, buzzing from adrenaline. You're just like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. That, like, it's not even, like, on your radar. Fadian, you see that the jurors come out looking a little bit shaken. And
oh my gosh, I think something happened in the juries.
at this point, Wireless comes back in. And he's trying to get your attention. He huddles around the three of you in the back area where Akasha and Fadian are.
What the fuck did you do?
He hands you the warrant that he was given when they got Gongor. And it's dated the day before you guys arrived. Meaning that they knew Gongor was going to be there. Someone tipped them off. So, as this happens, Fadian, Akasha, Lexus, I'll allow you to do either perception or insight on Barnaby.
Okay. I can't say that word.
Insight.
I can't say that word. I almost just said it in a horrible word. I can say it. I'm a lesbian.
But, I'm gonna give one of my bardics.
That's a 10. That's a 10, unfortunately.
Okay. What is it? Perception or insight?
Yep.
Akasha, I'm giving you a bardic.
Give me a bardic. Which one is it?
D8.
D8, but what am I rolling?
Oh, you would just add that to whatever you... Oh,
perception
sorry.
or insight, either one.
Perception or... Let me see.
Yeah.
Perception, and then what's my insight? Okay, it's the same. Okay, I will do insight on maybe. And you gave me a right?
A D8 bardic, yeah. I'll also roll
11.
Insight just to be sure.
14.
Yeah, it's a 9, so...
16,
Yeah, I got a 10 in total.
Okay, 11. 14. 15, 16, 18. 19.
19. You look at Barnaby and you see a wicked smile form on his face, and all three of you smell sulfur.
No!
The jurors
I'm gonna
come
walk
out.
over.
The jurors come out for the crimes of arson, grand larceny,
I'm casting...
conspiracy,
Sorry.
escaping from custody, and murder. Ogar the Defiler, you are sentenced to 150 years in prison. The jury finds you guilty. They begin to take Gongor
I immediately cast
away.
the spell magic on Barnaby.
Objection!
You have
I cast dispel magic on Barnaby.
dispel magic on Barnaby. Okay, you each have a moment to decide what you want to do. So Akasha and Lexus, they're currently taking Gongor away.
Okay. Let's get this party rolling. I'm calling my dad. It's on.
Perfect.
We're
You call upon Dracula.
I'm gonna have to do the nuclear option. I'm gonna say, how can you convict Ogar of crimes when that's not Ogar? You have to send all of us to prison. You
see a claw that you're very familiar with, Lexus, come over the shoulder of Barnaby. Invidia gives you a little wink and disappears into smoke. And 4 Cambions emerge in the courtroom. And we're going to end there for today.
Oh my god!
That's so shitty.
That's so evil! That's so evil!
Why would you do that?
I'm so sorry. So to be clear, your rolls and your persuasion rolls and how well you guys did, because you guys did very well, will have an impact on this combat. Your jurors are going to be able to join you in combat, rallying for you. But yeah, you are going to have to fight some Cambions.
I have an army of men dead. Like, I literally called my dad. We got the spikes ready. Like, we're like, we're impaling. We can impale the Cambions.
Oh my gosh.
Butthole first.
All right.
So what did dispel magic do to Barnaby when I cast it?
Barnaby isn't magic. He's just a human patron. So he's another patron of Invidia's.
He's just a little. Oh, I can't say that word.
He's just a piece of shit. All right. I have rattled Kara. I'm so sorry.
Is Barnaby?
I was literally like, I can't believe it. I'm gonna fucking fail, and then Dogger's gonna get sent to prison.
The emotional roller coaster of it all. I'm so sorry. All right.
Evil.
I'm evil. All right. Thank you all so much for watching. We're going to end there, and we're going to pick up our next session with combat in the courtroom with the Cambions. And we will see you then. Thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to donate to the GoFundMe we have linked in the description. And